Hello, friends. Hey, David here with Philippine American Couple. If you would, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, like, and most importantly, hit that alert bell for us. So today, I want to go a little bit over one of the parts in our series on moving to the Philippines. So as some of you guys may know, we are taking our dogs to the Philippines with us, and we have a whole series on getting them to the Philippines. So today's topic is about international pet relocation services. So I did a little bit of research, I got some references, and I reached out to one company that I thought got the highest marks, most reputable company. There's other people internationally that I reached out or that reached out and said, hey, we've used these folks before. So I reached out to them, gave them my information, and they got back with me. So I'm going to do a little PowerPoint presentation on this that might help because there's some good information in this. And then at the end of the PowerPoint, of course, you'll see their rough estimate of what it would cost us to ship two wiener dogs to the Philippines. So after a bunch of research via the internet, also reaching out to people and getting feedback, I honed in on a company called PetRelocation.com. They're out of Texas, here in the United States. They do ship internationally, worldwide, for the most part, where it's legal. And here's their phone numbers. Now, full disclosure, we're not going to use them. The cost is kind of out of our budget. Plus, we really want to be a little bit more hands-on because we're worried about our dogs and taking them with us. And there's our girls there in the picture to the Philippines. So we're just not going to go that route after all. But I wanted to share the information that we found with you guys. That way you can do your own research and come up with what's going to work best for you guys. So here's some information on Pet Relocation. There's their website up there, which is just petrelocation.com. Now, like I said, everything I've found is, they seem to be a very upstanding company. Now, this is right off of their website. This slide here, their information, said that they believe that pet travel experience matters just as much as the owners. So they've been doing this since 2004. They work out of Austin, Texas, with their dogs at their sides or fur babies, whatever they have. They have guided thousands of pets over the years, which I believe they have great reviews online, great reviews. So when it comes to pet transportation, you and your pet will get away, you will get what you pay for it. And that's true. We're going to go the hands-on route, so hopefully that'll be okay. This organization uses the International Pet and Transportation Association rules and partnerships best practices. And I Googled and searched them, and I really liked what they talked about. So it was very comforting to know that this company is using that as kind of their Bible. So what they say they do is it guides pets and their people or their owners through the often complicated process of moving domestically and internationally. I found a lot of people domestically that would ship our dogs wherever, and that's really not a huge ordeal. But internationally, there can be some headaches. So for navigating the regulations and paperwork, to facilitating the logistics, meaning they're going to handle your paperwork for you. They're going to work out the transportation, the logistics. They can pick your dog up at your door and bring it to your other door, wherever you're going. What sets them apart, they've been in business for 15 years, since 2004 roughly. They've said they've seen it all. Each year they move 1,000 pets to 150 different countries. And we keep up the ever-changing rules and regulations to make sure. And now with, airport security getting crazier, and then, of course, what's going on in the world today, things are a little bit crazier. Luckily for us, moving to the Philippines is paperwork is not a huge complicated endeavor. The funny thing is, when we live in the United States, it would be harder. It looks like it's harder for us to take our dogs to the state of Hawaii than it is to the Philippines because Hawaii is so picky about things. But that's okay. So I think in all, this is a really good way to go. They say they believe in quality over quantity, which is great. We want every pet and family to have the best possible experiences. That's why we ring a giant chime in the office every time a pet and their people reunite. That's kind of a sweetening. They're recognizing the connections between humans and their animals, and they want to kind of honor that with that. So that's nice. They offer full service support, and I'm going to show you in another slide that there's a little difference in some things. From ensuring proper vet, so they can work with starting at your vet all the way to the USDA, to all the way to the country you're going to, every bit of it. And I believe that they're going to take good care of your animals. And remember, this is right off of their website, so they consider themselves to be a top-notch team. They feel like they have a lot of really good employees that care about animals, and I couldn't find anything to say otherwise. They volunteer at rescues. We donate to pet-related causes. So I do believe they have a vested interest in health and well-being of pets, and I like that. So I think they are a trusted organization. I saw a lot of good feedbacks about them. All right, so I'm going to share with you in these next few slides the email response they got back. Because what I did is I went online to their website and I filled out all the stuff and said, here's my dogs, here's how much they weigh, here's where we're going, here's when we're thinking about going, all of the information they required, and then they got back to me. It took them about a week, but with the way the world is going right now, I thought that was pretty fast. So basically, this is their email back to me, replying to my inquiry about getting a quote to move our two dogs that weigh less than 20 pounds each. They're wiener dogs and they weigh less than 20 pounds, or Dutch hounds, or sausage dogs, or whatever you want to call them. So, of course, very niceties, the thank you part. So, our dogs are microchipped, which I think is important. So, I don't know how that's going to really play out in the Philippines so much, but the good news is they are microchipped here in the U.S. So that's one thing you have to have. You have your current rabies and distemperament vaccines, which we have all of that. We have a local vet that takes good care of our dogs, and we're very updated on all of the regulations and shots. And our vet is actually going to help us get our dogs ready to go to the Philippines at no cost. So he's going to help us with any paperwork we need and be a part of that. And we'll probably wind up doing a video on him and his efforts to help us, just because he's been a really good vet to us. So, and she goes on to say here, once they start preparing all the documents as part of their service, to start your relocation coordinator, which I'm taking, that means they're going to assign an individual to us, to our case. We'll review the paperwork and have determined if it meets the rules or what rules it needs to meet. Then we'll obtain all the permits, which are through the USDA. Now, we did a little research on this, and I'm going to go into a whole lot more of what we do by doing the paperwork on our own in another video. But you definitely got some time windows that you have to fall within. So we will, a few days before the departure, we'll advise the doctor how to complete the health certifications. And like I said, our vet's going to handle that for us directly. In addition to preparing documents and services include all transportation. Of course, you're welcome to book yourself on the same flights we choose for your dogs, but the majority of our clients travel separately from their pets so they can focus on their own arrangements. So all they do is travel as cargo. We employ airlines to share our standards for pet safety, and the airlines have facilities and staff equipped to land on live animals and high standards. Upon arrival, our partnerships in the Philippines there will meet you nearby to put them on a short flight to Cebu. So because we're flying from America, they go to Manila, then we got to go to Cebu from there. Now, she's included in here a couple options here of things that they need. So this is, in the email from your reference, I've outlined what our service includes below, like option one. So they can do everything: document verification and formatting, Philippine import permits, which I've looked up and I know we can get those. So booking a flight, the vet issues, the USDA endorsement, ground transportation to Dallas. We're debating whether we're going to fly from Dallas or where we're going to fly out of. So that's something there. They got to board the dogs, obviously, a night before, pick up from the boarding. So you name it. I mean, comfort stop in Dubai Pet Hotel. So maybe that's why it's so expensive. They're going to be staying they're going to fly Arianitis and Emiratis. Did I pronounce that? They're going to fly a nicer plane and stay in a nicer hotel than we humans are. Maybe I should have them take us. So, so there'll be somebody there in Dubai and the Philippines to take care of our dogs and get them through customs. So, and then of course, option delivery two, delivery through the boarding, one night boarding, pickup, transportation. So option two may be more of a scaled back down version, or maybe it's an add-on. So she goes on to tell me that the cost of our service varies widely, which totally makes sense. I mean, unless you're ready to go within 30 days, I think it'd be kind of hard for them to give you hard numbers. But the airlines that they use, for example, the average price to relocate two small dogs from an international hub like Dallas to Manila, that's Dallas to Manila, not where we live, XNA to Dallas to Cebu, or to Manila to Cebu, is $6,500. So you can expect air-to-air transport service from DFW to Manila costs somewhere in this range, but would have to give you a formal proposal to determine any additional transportation costs from Rogers to Cebu. So there's a lot of things so the price would definitely go up because we have to get them to Dallas and we got to get them from Manila to Cebu. So there's some definitely additional charge. So I think this service is really good, and if you can afford maybe $7,000 to $8,000, well, maybe let's say $4,000 per dog, small dog, and I think it's probably a great way to go. We can't do that, and I'll do a video on everything that we're going to be doing and the way that we're going to be shipping them. So you watch for those videos in our Moving to the Philippines series under Taking the Wiener Dog Girls, or the dogs to the Philippines. We're going to have a bunch of videos on everything that we do related to that. All right, guys, I just wanted to share what I found out about using a international pet travel service with you guys. All right, make sure you like, subscribe, share, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment if you like, and if you have any other thoughts, feel free to drop the comment amount place. All right, take care.